any medical condition. So we're sharing our experiences, and we're here to also share the light that LifeWave has brought into our lives. And so we do emphasize our favorite patch technology called the X39. And how the X39 works, it is a wearable light technology in the form of a patch. And in the center of the patch is a crystal structure. And what we do is we place the patch on our body, and our infrared light, also known as our body heat, activates the center of the patch. And so the patch takes in our light and then reflects it back to us in a specific wavelength. And that specific wavelength that comes from the X39 has been known to increase a peptide called GHK copper peptide. And if you go ahead and research for yourself what this peptide can do, you will learn about everything that this peptide has done for us and for so many others around the world. So the patch reflects our light and we get the benefits. And just two examples of these great benefits are exercise performance and better sleep. Who doesn't like better sleep, especially now when we're so busy? We need to take that time to rest and self-care. And it's that simple self-care that we do by placing a patch that allows us to enjoy life better. Now, a few housekeeping rules. Please share symptoms only. We don't use diagnosis names because we want to remain compliant. So just tell us how you felt before the patch. Tell us what patch you used and also what you have felt post-patch use. And so please raise your hands, share your stories because we love to hear them all. And thank you for being with us tonight. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Dr. Annabelle. That was fabulous. And you work with Spanish speakers too, right, Dr. Annabelle?
I do have some Spanish speakers and I've introduced it to some, but none that have bitten just yet.
Ah, okay. So I know that we have people that are interested, so I'll send them your way. So that's great. Uh, John, so you're going to kick it off for us today. I know we have a lot of people that want to talk about their miracles. What do you have in store for us today?
Hello, Michael. Uh,
Hello.
well, you've heard my story about my repairing my skin, my knee. I had a real, very amazing to me. Um, since the 26th of October, I've been sleeping in another bedroom because I could not put on my CPAP. I snore. So Wendy couldn't take it, so she slept in another room. I go, no, 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 no. Next night, I'm going to go. So the last time I was sleeping in our bedroom was the October 26th. The nice thing about that is we have a sleep tracker on the bed. And I went last night because my son and daughter-in-law are here. My home away from home was being used. So I slept in our bedroom last night and I'm going, okay, this is going to be horrible. This is not going to work. It, the amazing thing is how many coincidences does it take until you realize there's definitely somebody above telling you things. You have to act on them. You know that better than anybody. Well, this morning I got up before Wendy. I went out. I checked my sleep tracker, turned off. I'm up now. I waited for the report. Night and day. I didn't snore.
Hmm.
Anybody who wears a CPAP or snores know that doesn't happen. If you're not wearing your CPAP, you're going to be snoring. I didn't snore. And I have the proof in the tracker. Dr. Annabelle, can you bring up my chart that I sent you? I
I
don't think
have it. I don't know
is
if I
Jen on the
can.
phone?
Maybe Jen has it up. Does Jen have it? Let's see
Well,
here.
I sent it to both.
Okay.
And if I could, I don't know how to share my screen, but I have it up
Give,
also.
all right, give me a second. I can get it in 2 seconds.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I can search. I've lost my voice, so that's why you're not seeing me, but I'll look too.
Thank you, Jen. So the beauty of it, not only does it show that I did not snore, but the breathing and the straight line of breathing that I had last night, it was like I was flatlining, if you will, but before it was a slight up and down on my breathing. So it was more than just not snoring. Plus, my deep sleep went up 8 points from the 26th to last night. And of course, that's when you heal. So I had a win-win-win. And hopefully it's a real, it's they're side by side, and you take a look at that, and it is amazing visual. So,
Mm. All right. I have it up. Okay, perfect.
there we go. Could you bring that up just a bit, Jen? There you go. Right, perfect, perfect. You take a look at on the October 26th, the one on the left. You take a look down about 2/3 of the way, and you see the bunch of red, which is breathing disturbances, but the line is wavy, and you see a bunch of breathing and snoring.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Take a look one on the right.
Wow.
At one incident of breathing and snoring issues, I had some breathing disturbances, but the line is a lot straighter. If you look above that graph with the other line, obviously I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, but the sleep I got was 20. And if you go down on that page, keep going down. There we go. Perfect. If you take a look at the deep sleep on the graph on the left, that's 18%. You go over on the right, which was last night, 26%. That's better than any sleep tracker I've had since we've had this bed with a tracker, which was before I started on the patches. And
Ah,
the amazing thing is the patches are the only difference that I've had to get these results. Period. And I did listen to a testimonial with another group going through listening to stuff. He stopped snoring too, so I'm going, it's not just me. So I thought that was absolutely fabulous because somebody says, nah, that's impossible. I have proof. Now, the proof in the pudding is, will that happen tonight too? We'll see. But I wanted to share that with you.
yeah, that's great. That's we like the graphs and the pictures, so it gives us insight how things are working. So high
Correct.
deeper sleep patterns, like you talk about, that's where the healing actually comes. So did you were supposed to get the uh stitches out of your mouth? Did that happen yet?
Oh, yeah, I was. This is like, I feel like I'm in the Groundhog Day movie. Doctor was sick. We were en route to get him taken out. I get a call, oh, he's sick today, so can you make it tomorrow? First of all, she wanted to make it Thursday. I go, wait a minute. We have 10 people for my birthday on Wednesday. I was going to go celebrate getting these stitches out and my birthday with 10 people. And
Oh,
so she said, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, how about tomorrow? I said, you got it. Good birthday present.
good, good. Yeah, well, hope you get to enjoy some good food.
I
That's
hope so. Thank you.
Thanks, John. And yeah, we'll look to see, next week how that went for you, if you had really good healing, and if it holds up and everything. So
I feel like I'm the poster boy for X39. There'll be
yeah,
something else I should have only been on it for 2 days shy of a month.
wow. And your dog. I mean, you got some great pet stories as well. So
Yes,
thanks a
you.
lot.
You're welcome.
Shelley.
Michael. Hello, everyone. I actually have 3 shares today.
Hey.
So I'm really excited to share them with everybody. The first one is a personal share. So 4 days ago, I tripped and fell, and I landed on my back and my right hand. I used my hand to break the fall. I didn't have any bruising on my back, but my hand immediately turned really red and started bruising. So I put an X39 on my hand, and within minutes, the pain was gone. Except it was a little tender when I would touch it or apply pressure. So after patching for 2 days, X39 and Eon, the bruising was completely gone in less than 2 days. So my second share is about my mom. She's had a condition for about 10 years where she experiences symptoms of tremors, stiffness, movement challenges. While her symptoms are still present, they're not as intense and occurring less often since she's been patching. And she does X39 and Eon. And last week, she had a visit with her doctor, and he lowered one of her medications. So to me, that is huge and exciting for my mom. She loves the patches and she will not go a day without them. And she's 83.
Nice.
And my third share is my new brand partner. She's been patching for about 2 weeks now, and she's had a history of nasal polyps and has struggled for years with breathing issues, along with loss of taste and smell. And just after 9 days of patching, I received this text from her. It said, "Good morning. I can't believe it. My sense of smell just returned. I haven't been able to smell anything for the last 6 months." And she also said, "I'm so grateful to you for sharing these patches with us." So that to me is so amazing. And she's so excited. She's doing the X39 and Eon. And she also told me this morning that when she normally would sleep, she would be snoring, making a bunch of noise because she couldn't breathe. And she said that last night she slept soundly, and she didn't make any noises. So I guess her husband told her that. So that's super, super exciting. So I hope you enjoyed my shares. Thank you.
Oh, that's a great share, Shelley. And yeah, John, I'm sure you're like listening in on that. The snoring's going away. That's great, right? So, Shelley, how old do you say your mom is?
She's 83.
83. Wow. So, we know a lot of people that have been around a long time, like myself, but they're definitely a little bit longer. And yeah, John too. A lot of people are kind of like often hijacked by the medical industry. And I'm not throwing anything bad on Dr. Annabelle because she's one of the best doctors ever. But a lot of them don't have that open-mindedness. And I'm talking about the people that have been, around a little bit longer. So what was it that swayed her to, make the leap and try alternative therapies?
I think because she trusts my judgment, and she knew that I was having amazing results, as well as my husband and my kids. So she's always been kind of open to alternatives. So, but with her condition, she really didn't have much choice than to, do her medications. But she is making improvements. And to me, that is just amazing, especially the fact that he lowered one of her medications.
Yeah.
So that shows me that things are making good progress.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So, I mean, she's looking at you. You're having great results. I know a lot of people want to share, but they're kind of a little hesitant. But these shares that we're doing here, and you're seeing how people are really gravitating to the alternative healing modality of LifeWave. And don't be shy. Share it because somebody could have some really great results, like a lot of you've seen, or you're seeing a lot of people are having. So we want to encourage people to do that. That's what we're here for. That's why we do this, so that more people can, see the results and can get involved and maybe, talk it better. Because you see week after week after week of all these incredible results, you have a lot of talking material. This person had this, and yeah, these people are not snoring anymore, and on and on and on. So it's definitely a good time. And I've had doctors on. I've had multiple doctors on. I'd love to get you on at some point, Dr. Annabelle, and we can discuss a little bit deeper about this. A lot of doctors are saying that you really need to take your own wellness into your hands and stop relying so much on the medical practice because they're hijacked to a great extent. They're pushing medications and so forth that I talked to someone today that went on statins and really ruined them quite a bit. And they finally got on the patches and they're coming off of statins and so forth. So you can really, make a difference in life. Of course, like Dr. Annabelle says, we can't, promise or claim any great results that everyone's going to have, but there are a lot of people that are having great results. So just keep that in mind when you're using it yourself and when you're having results and sharing those results that they can make an impact for a lot of people. Walter.
Hey, Mike, what's up?
What?
You doing all right?
Very good. Very good.
Well, I got a few quick shares. The first one is about my dog, girlfriend. The one thing I've noticed, other than all the other miracles with her, was the fact that I'm not having to sweep up her fur as much. And usually coming into fall and the winter is when she does her heaviest shedding. And this year I've noticed that she's hardly shedding at all. So that's just one of the many miracles that I've noticed with her. And another quick one that I wanted to get in, my brother, he's a little bit older than me. He's in his early 50s, and he was kind of on the fence. So he's only been on the patch. He's been on X39 and X49 now for about 2 months. And he says that he's killing it in the gym. He has real fast recovery, and he's sleeping really good. So he's really happy with the patches. And he's signed up as a preferred plus. So he gets the sample packs every month, and he's enjoying those as well. I just figured I'd share that with y'all.
Very good. Very good. And yeah, how's it going with your shares?
Everything's good.
Yeah.
I might share once or twice a week with the LifeWave. I try not to pound on it too much.
Sure.
But mainly just sharing with friends and family, and their experiences are kind of blossoming out, and I'm getting more interest. So hoping to hit a 2-star manager soon.
Very good. Congratulations. Yeah. Get those numbers and just keep going up and, extra income. So it's not all about just the patches. Sometimes it can be extra income as well. Thanks.
Yeah, and the extra income that I've made is what I'm using to help keep my mom and my stepdad on the patches. So it really is kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy within itself.
That's
It
fantastic.
helps everybody. Y'all have a great week.
You too. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, bud.
Dr. Annabelle.
There's so many great points that everyone who's already shared has come up. And I like to emphasize how these patches help our body help ourselves. There's nothing being introduced by the patch except our light. So unlike the conventional medical model, we're doing things for ourselves. And it's just the patch reminding us that we are capable of doing it and giving us those tools. And so I love to share it because there are no side effects with these patches. There's only benefits. Now, I do have a couple shares. One was 2 weeks ago. I did kind of come down with the sniffles. I had the runny nose and the typical cold symptoms. And typically it lasts about 2 weeks for me. It was gone in a week. I didn't have that severe congestion. I slept through the night. So because I slept through the night, I was able to recover faster. So that is one thing that I do love is that it does support our immune health so that as we're using the technology, we get stronger and stronger and stronger. So if whatever we do encounter, we might be able to kick it to the curb a lot faster. And then speaking of illness, one of the brand partners slash mom friends that I have, She got onto the patches and she's been feeling great energy and she's been feeling good. And I shared with her how I have used the technology for my daughter and how comfortable I have felt using it because I've seen how safe it is. And although LifeWave doesn't make any recommendations because it was never formally tested, I, for myself, as a pediatrician, as a mom, felt comfortable using it. Well, she also felt comfortable using it. And so her little one, who's about 8 or 9 years old, had the same thing, really bad cold symptoms, sick. And she put the patch on his chest area because he was having a lot of coughing and congestion and he couldn't sleep. She said he slept the whole night through and he was comfortable. So, as a mom, how invaluable is it to have that ability to make our littles comfortable? Because, us moms, us dads, we don't sleep well at night when our littles are sick. So I have felt completely comfortable using it. And of course, like I said, LifeWave doesn't make any recommendations, but I know what I'm going to do if my little one needs help. And it's those patches that we love so much.
That's beautiful. Yeah. And the little ones don't lie. So if it is helping them, it's for real. And you activate your light with the patches, but sometimes, as some of you are going to find out, you can put the light in your body with the X2O, and it's very good. All right, Roxanne.
Hi, Michael. Hi, everyone. So, Michael, as you know, a few of us were at the National Athletic Directors Convention over the weekend. And today was just a half day, so it was a lot shorter of a day. And today wasn't as busy as yesterday, but yesterday was great. I think it was Jennifer, Arthur, and myself, and we each got anywhere between 6 to 8 different leads. And but yesterday I patched a gentleman who came over to us, athletic director, with pain in his ankle, and he had 7 to 8 out of 10 pain in the right ankle, and we patched him with X39, and then I stacked another one on top because the pain wasn't really coming down as quickly as what we were wanting it to. But so he had the double stack of X39 on his right inner ankle, and then I had also patched him with X39 at the back of his neck on C7. Within less than a minute, the pain was down to maybe a 1 or 2. And he got up, he started moving around. He's like, this is, what did he say? I think he said this is snake oil or whatever he said. And I'm like, no, this is a placebo. No, it's really working. He's like, he just looked at me sideways. He's like, what? He was so impressed with the fact that his pain was gone. And the other gentleman that we patched, he was getting ready to go play golf, and he could barely raise his right arm due to a shoulder injury. And with him, we patched with just X39. Again, 6 to 7 out of 10 pain on that right shoulder. No improvement with just one patch. We applied a second patch. It came down to maybe a 5. And then the third patch that we placed, it came down to maybe a 2, and it was tolerable. The thing of it is, he had more range of motion. He was only maybe able to go up this high the first couple of times, and then by the third, because we stuck 3 X39s on his shoulder, he was all the way up.
Wow.
So, and I think we told him this is going to improve your golf game too. So we just have to follow up. So
Yeah, just follow up, because it's a frequency thing, like we've talked about, Roxanne, on a show together.
Yes.
You asked me about my remote viewing. I just tap into a different frequency that most people don't understand, and I can see things that are coming. So our frequencies get disturbed, and these patches helped realign us. So when people have that experience, they're just not used to a frequency that can be changed that quickly, and so it throws them off a little bit. But for me, if it's working, it's working. If I drink X2O water and I have great results, I'm going to keep drinking it. So I don't have to know exactly what's going on. There's light in it. I've seen, David Schmidt talk about it. I've been to, like you, I've seen you guys, and I've done many people. I've seen hundreds of people at these events. They'll line up, big long lines, and they get patched, and almost all of them have like incredible results. And if they don't, we'll put some more patches on them, and then everybody else does too. So it is like you did. So it's you just keep stacking it until it works, right? Because some people are like, having some real issues with their frequencies, and you need a little bit extra. You need to fine tune that frequency to get to them so it can override the negative frequencies that's causing a problem. So that's as simple as I can make it for you. All right. So it's a frequency. Everything's frequency and vibrations. And you want the good vibrations and the good frequencies, use LifeWave. All right. Very simple. Jay.
Hey, boss, how's everybody doing tonight?
Good, good.
Good, good. I got a great share for you guys tonight.
Right.
It's about my furry baby, GB, my little daughter, my little kitty cat.
Yep.
She was acting sluggish. She was kind of like in pain and kind of moping around, acting lethargic and everything. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I ought to put a few more patches under her bedding. So I got X39, energy enhancer, ice wave for the pain, stuck them under her bedding, but I kind of made a mistake. It was like a boo-boo. It was late at night when I did it. I should have done it in the daytime in the morning, but I did it at night. I put those things under her, and she went and laid in her bed, and she likes this little cardboard box.
What did I do?
And it makes noises and everything when she lays in there, and so about 15 minutes later, she's up, she's running all over the house like a kitten. It's amazing the transformation that happened to her in that short period of time, and her just running around having a blast. And she kept me up all night. She wouldn't leave me alone. So anyway, that's my share.
Yeah, you want to get that energy moving, and that worked a little much. So yeah, that's good example. The patches, the energy patches, especially that were designed for the guys that have super high frequency Navy SEALs. Really boost us quite a bit. It boosts me. So I know it's got to be like it's been like super cat after that. Let's put a cape on and like watch your cat fly around a room. So that's fun.
That's it.
Frederick.
Hey, Frederick, I gotta say something. You could dance, baby. I want to spin with you.
And man, your physique looking good. Woo! Good job.
You guys are too much. I got a friend of ours who's been utilizing the patches for 6 months. She's in her 80s, and she's been battling heart issues a long time. And she finally felt good after utilizing the patches for about 6 months to go in and have 2 heart valves replaced. So I was glad that she was on the patches before she did that. Now she came out. She doesn't like pharmaceuticals at all, but of course they have her on some pharmaceuticals. And she was getting palpitations or racing heart where she could feel it in her chest, we asked her next time she felt that to put the Eon patch on there. Of course, she's still utilizing the X39 and 49. And when she put the Eon on that morning, she called us and said, after she put it on within seconds, that palpitation stopped, and she hasn't been back since. So just a beautiful combination with the X39 and the Eon for her. And we're really happy to hear her results.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good. And so, I mean, understanding, the Eon's basically going to help reduce inflation or, inflammation, not inflation, but it's kind of inflation if you have inflammation, I guess. So it's one of those things that I get that occasionally when I run and so forth. My knees will start to swell up, and just put an Eon patch on and, it's good to go. So you learn to use these patches over a period of time. And I've had hundreds, thousands of times where I use the patches to overcome some, inflammation or difficulty, something coming on. I stop it right away with the patches, like hammering my finger, with a hammer. And I was like, that's going to blow up. And I put a patch on and it stopped. Pain went away. It didn't swell up, everything. So it's great to be, having the knowledge of how to use the patch. And over time, you're going to get that. But before you get that, you watch these shows and you see all of us having our experiences and talking about our experiences. And you're like, oh, yeah. I remember somebody was talking about, put the patch on if you're having heart palpitations and boom. And then it happens for somebody and it helps them out. So never had anybody yes, there you go.
May I? Okay, here.
LifeWave X39.
Oh boy.
Man, you got some moves, dude. Good job.
I love it. Thank you, Jennifer.
LifeWave X39.
Well, Cherry's quite an ice skater herself, at least Olympic quality level. I'm sure everyone needs to see that one.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet.
Ice skating.
Excellent.
Yep. Bungee jumping. I mean, you guys are like doing it all. X39. Great stuff.
Thank you.
Lisa, thank you.
Hey, Michael, how are you?
Good. How are you doing, Lisa?
Good. I have a couple shares. One's on myself. I tweaked my Achilles tendon a little bit. Every time I was walking, I was feeling a twinge. So I was like, oh, let me just put an Eon on it. So I wore it overnight. It was gone the next day. I didn't even feel it. So it's just great. Another share is with my mom. She's 77. A couple weeks ago, was on the show and I had mentioned that she had fractured her foot, was wearing the boot, was having the inner thigh and groin pain, all due to her hip. We did go to the doctor, found out that she has bone on bone. I don't want to say what her diagnosis is, but you guys all know what bone on bone is. And I've been putting the X39 and the X49 on her hip. And her pain while walking, and plus her hip was kind of coming out a little bit when she was walking, was 8 or 9. But now since she's been wearing the X39 and the X49 on her groin and her thigh and her hip, her pain's down to a 2 or 3 when she's walking. So she's really seeing the results of that. She's wearing an Eon at night, so that's covering the night shift for her. But I guess my question is, has anyone ever come on the show and mentioned that they've had the bone on bone thing with the hip and wearing X39 and X49, they've gotten better where maybe they don't need surgery? Because I know Jen Allen no longer needs a total knee, but has anyone said anything about the hip? I'm just curious.
Anybody? I can't remember anybody doing that. I know we've had meniscus tears. Jen's had a meniscus tear. She was able to overcome it. Took her time. She stayed with it.
Right.
She's not sprinting around the block right now, but she's still, overcoming and getting better and better over time. But she avoided surgery by wearing the patches. So I don't know. You can try it and see what happens.
Right.
But we can't. Everything's not going to get cured.
Right. Yeah, I know.
And
Any other suggestions?
There are people in our group that go for the surgery, and they come out of the surgery doing exceptionally well because I think they wore the patch before and after.
Okay.
So I don't know what's going to become of that, but hopefully you can get some results.
Yes. And so you think we're doing any other patches we should add, or you think that's good?
I think you're doing the right thing. Yeah, you get the right patches.
Okay.
And it's an intuitive thing as well. Listen to the body, see how it's responding. You may put it somewhere that seems kind of funky, but has incredible results. And that's what some people do. They just put it on a place of their body that doesn't make sense. But it was when they look at we have books out there that basically map out the body's energy centers. And if you put a certain patch here and a certain patch there, it it reduces pain, inflammation, and problems that you would not understand otherwise. So there's a lot of work like that out there. So I mean, if you're interested, Jen can point you in. Yeah, Roxanne's holding up patch manual right there.
Okay.
So you can look at that if you're having some kind of anomaly that you're not familiar with, and it might point you in the right direction as far as like the patch placement and what particular types of patches. I mean, who would have thought, with the if you have headaches or problems with your brain function and so forth, you put the energy patches and the Eon and the glutathione on in a patch placement, and it has incredible results. Who would have thought? So, a lot of people have done, the work. Of course, David Schmidt has done the work. He understands the energy and the flows of energy and all kind of that science on an incredible level. And then some people have taken it to like way out there. So there are lots of different alternative type stuff on top of our alternative patch ways to move energy and have energy move in certain directions to overcome problems in the body. So
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
absolutely. So thanks. That was a great question.
Thank you.
Allison.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, hi. I've had some fun experiences over the past weekend
Oh,
and
great.
doing a follow-up. So yesterday I was at a gathering with an eclectic group of 9 people, and we were sitting around the dining room table, and 2 of these people had never, or actually 3 of them had never met me before. And they were like, "You are really bright and shining." Like, they just were like in awe that I stood out. And one of the gentlemen, the host that was there, both him and his wife have gotten started with the patches. And so he had started the patch conversation immediately because he's really fascinated by this technology and what it's doing for his brain fog. He said, he's been into 0 point for like 50 years. And he said, I have tried so many different things. And he works on a computer long hours and late into the night. And he said, I have never found anything that clears the brain fog the way this technology has for me and the energy it gives me. And so I ended up leaving with 2 people asking me for my number and asking to connect. So that was awesome. And then the other fun thing was on Saturday, I went to a gathering with a group of people with a company that I was with for the past 13 years prior to coming to LifeWave. And it was interesting to me how I felt more comfortable in my skin being there with these people than I did when I was, with that company. And that just, to me, said a whole lot about how it's helped to transform my level of comfort with myself, no matter who I'm with. And the other cool thing that I loved that I learned this morning when I was doing one of my many follow-ups, I do follow-ups with every benchmark on the tracker with my new people that I bring on board. And I had encouraged her to share, but I'm not seeing her on here, and she wasn't sure if she'd have the courage to share. So she has had, she's only been on the patches for 2 weeks, and she's had this really gnarly looking toenail, shall we say, that has not looked pretty for a long time. And she's like, I see healthy, normal growth coming out. Like, the stuff is clearing out. And so she was super excited by that. And so hopefully some of these shares give people hope of what's to come. They're a little different than what's been shared thus far.
Very good. Wow.
Thanks.
Yeah, and you are pretty energetic, and you glow. So that's good.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks for your shares. It's great. And your business is doing exceptionally well. Good job. You're managing your people well and helping them out. So it's showing. Good job. Appreciate it.
Thanks. It's so rewarding, that follow-up with them,
Isn't
and
it?
just really helping them get through their trials when it's not going well. I really feel like it's one of that's where people, I feel like, if they're going to make it in this business, it's through consistent follow-ups. If you're not following up and somebody says, oh, I'm not feeling anything, and they think the patches aren't working, and they don't have somebody there caring and letting them know and reassuring them and bringing them back to, the expectations that you set at the beginning, that's why they fall off. And then they think they have no belief in LifeWave, and then they're the naysayers out in the field. And I don't want to be, that's not what I want. I'm here to help change people's lives, is what I'm trying to get at, not just sign somebody up for a patch.
Fantastic. Thanks again for your shares and all you're doing. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Sean.
Yes, I just wanted to say that I was doing X39 and 49 when I started on LifeWave about a year and a half ago, and I did that for I think 6 months or so, and then I stopped using the X49. But what I'll tell you is that what I noticed over the intervening time between now and then is that I'm getting a little bit older now, and getting down on the knees, and the bones are just a little bit different now than they used to be. And so you get the little twinges and sometimes a little, a ligament here or there. And I added back the X49 and all that went away. I mean, like right away. It's just amazing, really. So now I can hop up out of the bathtub like super quick without having to like, okay, let me get my hand here. Okay, let me find my, And so I just wanted to say that. So I know that a lot of people, if we've got like older people that we're working with and stuff, adding that X49 for me has just been a game changer for me personally. So anyway, that's it.
Very good. Yeah. And that X49, pretty much goes into, activates that bone marrow or goes in there and activates the stem cells in the bone marrow. So that's a copper peptide in there. So we get a lot of people, Barbara, has been on many times talking about it. Barbara, you're in here, so maybe you could talk about it. I don't see her in here, but we've had some great results from a lot of people that have had falls. Barbara Lippincott. So if you have a fall and you're on the X49 for a period of time, like Barbara is probably going to tell us here, it will make a difference. Go ahead, Barbara. Thank you.
I'm here. I have to do 2 or 3 things when I'm on Zooms. Major issue, you know what it's like, and I love every minute of it. Yes, and it's I love it because you're mentioning it at this time, because I am doing some studying with this amazing doctor in my area. He's kind of, I'm not trying to sell him lots of patches or anything. He's studying me because of the things that I've gone through. And he's so open to energy, and he's just in awe of what I've made it through at my old age. And he too was amazed that I had that much impact to my body and didn't break any bones at my age. Because you'd have, and I don't want to take up your time, but you'd have to visualize how I fell. Because I was turning sideways going in, and I tripped on somebody's front little porch area. And we have all hurricane doors out here and stuff. And I bent my head up against their door. I landed completely on my left side. And during all that, I've learned a lot. And I almost spoke up a while ago, but I didn't want to get into something unique and different. But he said that in itself was a miracle. But he said, I want you to learn with everybody that you're working with and all the doctors you go to, that whatever energy goes into your body from that impact has to come out somewhere else. Now, that's going to make a lot of sense to people like Denise and the docs on here, I'm sure. That energy has to go somewhere. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So wherever it went, he said later on, you should experience something. And that has happened with me. But it's, as he said, this has given me all of the answers to your problems over years and years and years. It led to the diagnoses that I had and much more. And he said, I don't know who was talking a while ago, but I thought about what he said. When Somebody was talking about the hip a while ago. If you have some
Barbara, you're freezing.
somewhere in your body, think compounded that energy into my body. Does that make sense? And he said, keep going backwards until it gets to your anything you can remember in your childhood. And we worked on that for the longest, and I remembered something that happened to me when I was 4 or 5 years old. He said, now we know where it's all started. And that led to this, and that led to that, and that led to that. Well, it goes back to our patches. We heal in layers. So just because someone is not feeling something from their patch yet, it knows where to go where the major trauma was. Does that make sense to everybody, or can you hear me?
Yeah, I like that layered effect you're talking
It's
about.
a layer effect.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that once, he said, you may have someone on a patch that they wake up the next day and there's, oh, praise God, this was fantastic. Well, they don't have the problem you have. And then the next person, like me, may say, well, I didn't get that in the beginning, but you trust the process. God knows what he's doing. And it has to go back and search, where did this trauma come from? I got to fix that first. And then I got to fix this and got to fix this. So if you have the faith and you wait and you trust the good Lord and how he heals, guess what? You're going to wake up one day and you're going to say, oh my God, my hip feels a little bit better. I've been doing this for 4, 6 months. It doesn't matter. You know, it took me 4 months to get results on mine the first time. But I knew to be patient and trust the process. So that fall just created something else that was out of balance in my body. And he was intelligent enough to pick on it in just no time. And he says, we're going to fix that. And then we're going to go backwards. We're going to fix this. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. So I hope that makes sense to everybody in a nutshell and will help you understand why you may not get something as quickly as someone else. Have the faith.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you very much. And yeah, here's a little breakdown of what the X49 does. It does a lot of stuff. Lean muscle mass, athletic recovery time, strength and stamina, improved stress response, energy distribution, bone breakdown, decreases it, increases bone density. So if you do have those falls or if you're having problems with bones and so forth, it's going to help in those areas. Dopamine production triggers that. We can all use that, you know, in these crazy times. Increases motivation, triggers serotonin production. You're happy and you know it. Clap your hands. All right. So triggers that serotonin. A lot of people experience that. Better moods, supports blood vessel linings, cardiovascular health. I have not experienced a hair growth because it's obviously working on something else, but you know, maybe, you know, after a few years, maybe it'll come back. Exposure to EMF. So this is one of the things that I've noticed where the X39, X49 is basically creating, you know, your shielding. So it is, it's phenomenal. Lynn.
Hey, so my shares focus around cold and flu season. And I have 3 big ones today, and I'll start with myself. So a week ago, I was just going about my business, and all of a sudden, cold flu hit me just out of nowhere, and it started making my throat close down, and strep was coming, and I knew that I was in trouble. I mean, it just hit. And I took every patch I had on my body because my lymph nodes were just swollen. And I put all the patches on the lymph node, and within a minute or two, I had 50% relief. My throat opened back up, my body started calming down, and then within 3 hours, I had like 75% relief. And I had the X39, the X49, the SP6, and the Eon patch. So I put everything I had there. And I wasn't wearing the glutathione that day because I wasn't outside, but that's our, big patch for whenever we're sick. So I grabbed the glutathione, put it on, and I still have them all. They're just all stacked like a pancake where my lymph node was swollen the biggest. And then
Yeah, I was wondering why I had that on. We were doing that show the
during
other
our
day.
show yesterday. Yeah, I pointed it out that I was sporting it.
Good.
But yeah, this lymph node was the size of like a $50. It was
Wow.
huge. Yeah, it was huge. And so when I went the first night and I took the patches off when my 12 hours were up, that it hit me again. It's like it was a shield protecting that from going deeper in my body. And so I grabbed all my night patches and I threw them on the same spot, and my body calmed down again. Not as good as my day patches because I wear the Alavita and the sleep patch at night, but still. And then this is how I've lived ever since. My normal is, and Dr. Annabelle was talking about this earlier, my normal when something like this hits, I'd be down for 3 weeks because we all know ourselves, and I would have bad sore throat and horrible flu symptoms, have to miss a lot of shows, do things differently, and none of that happened. Absolutely none of it. Didn't miss a show, didn't miss anything I was supposed to do, and it's because of the patches. And I figure in a couple days I'll have them off. So I got through that in a third the time as normal.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, yesterday we did our show, and I've seen some of your other shows. You look totally normal. So that really makes a difference. So good thing you didn't put those energy patches on there, right, Jay? We'd run around the house.
Yeah, I heard it. I was driving in the car and I heard Jay's story, and I thought, oh my goodness, the energy patches, which I am sporting the energy patches too. Now, that helps this flu
Yeah,
thing
thanks for
move
bringing
out.
that up. Yep.
Yes. So my favorite is here on lung point 1 where that little dip
That's where I put
is.
them too. Yep.
Yep. And it makes the flu go out that much faster, but I would not wear them at night. I made that mistake this past week. I went to bed, forgot to take them off, and I was laying there thinking, I know you're normally tired this time at night. Why? And I laid there for an hour and I thought, energy patches. So I took them off and then I was asleep in 5 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's awesome. And then I have a couple more, same thing, a couple more brand partners this week. Flu hitting them like a freight train. They put all their patches on it. And with them, the next day they were fine. So it's probably more like at a cold level. But I always recommend people, I love seeing people, Michael, buy that premium kit, because when everything hits the fan like this, you need your patches. I couldn't wait a week for an order to come in, which is fast, but not fast enough when you feel bad. And I have like a 3-month supply of everything, like a medicine cabinet, so that when life happens, like Barbara's story, I mean, we're ready to go. And I that's my hope for everybody.
Very nice. Yeah, and that's the beauty of the yearly, sale that we just had. I hope everybody took advantage of that.
Oh yeah.
And you can buy, if you're buying the patches, what I do is I wait until I need them. I don't wait till I only have one left. Of course, I have several like you left. But if I'm getting low, if I have 3 or 5 left of a certain patch sleeves, I will do order of 3 to 5, sometimes as much as 10, because if I use some of them, like the energy patches, I use them up. Both of us use them up. So Tracy too. So we do, and you save tremendous amounts when you do that. So I encourage people that have been on the patches for a while, when you're ready to buy your patches, instead of buying them, one sleeve at a time, you can save tremendous amounts of money if you buy multiple, at least 3 or more. So that'll help you in your, savings, and maybe help you buy more patches. But yeah, I know a lot of you in our team as well. When people are, maybe they come in just a basic, core. Every time you upgrade, you get the best prices and you get a bunch of patches, and it's great. So you just keep upgrading, until you hit that the top, patch level, and from that point on, it's like you gotta buy them in bulk, because
That's
that
right.
will save you money. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. And that was a fun show yesterday.
Yeah, it's getting incredible views. So everybody's loving it, like we thought they would. So
Yeah,
that
we
was good
did.
news. Good job.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, so we talked about the patches, the energy, God's energy, how the patches are basically brought to us from God through David
That's
Schmidt.
right.
And all of us are being activated, have all kinds of activations going on, not just in the body, but also spiritually and all kind of magnificent stuff. So yeah,
Exactly.
great. Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you.
Trish.
Hi. Yes, that was a great show yesterday, Lynn and Michael. Fabulous. So I wanted to share around the cold and flu season and hips and surgery. So I'm an ICU nurse. I've been a nurse like 30 years. So I'm going back and working 8-hour shifts now because I had left hip total hip repair in July, which was a couple days before my 70th birthday. And I'm having my right hip done on Monday, a couple days before Christmas. So in the meantime, going back to work in the ICU, and I'm wearing my earbuds because my son is home. My kids are home from college. I got, sick, coughing. So I was having trouble shaking it. Now, in addition to wearing the X39 and X49, which I've been wearing for a little over 2 years, and I wear EN at night, I took advantage of the sale and I got the energy patches. So I put the glutathione here, and then I have the energy patches here.
Perfect.
And I think it's helping the cold.
Yes.
And the EON I'll put on this clogged sinus at night, but then this one clogs up. So I end up putting 2 EONs on here. But the byproduct is that my hip stopped hurting today, which is wild because it has been, I wear the X39 on my hip. This has been like a year and a half. It hurts. And I've been taking 3 ibuprofen twice a day, and I'm not allowed to take any NSAIDs now for the week before my surgery. So I didn't take anything. I took 1 Advil Sinus this morning, but that's way worn off. And I've been walking around working for, 6 or 7 hours without my hip hardly hurting. And usually it feels like it's coming out of the socket. So I have to attribute that to the energy patches.
Yes. Good.
With the glutathione. Because I really haven't worn those in over a year.
Yeah,
it's the only one I really haven't worn.
Wave are very similar. So they both move energy, and obviously energy patches, energy enhancer is giving you extra energy. Tapping into your fat sources, but it's moving energy. So Ice Wave is designed to like move stuck energy. So they're both moving energy. So that's great. You're having results from that. So you can get like everybody is listening. If you're having problems, you need a little bit more energy and you need the pain to go away, you can get a bonus by using energy enhancer.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah. And you've had 1 hip surgery and you're getting ready for the next one. It's coming. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I am. I know. I thought I could avoid it, but I can't. But it'll be okay because I had a lot of trouble rehabbing this left hip because my right hip didn't have the range of motion. And I've switched to a great PT guy who does a half an hour hands-on. I am so looking forward to in 2.5 months being really, really great, being able to walk and dance and everything, and I can't wait.
Well, that's impressive.
It's okay.
At 70, you're still working as ICU nurse. Wow. And you got, your college kids around.
I have
stuff for them.
I have twins in college, Michael. I gave birth to them at 49 and I was widowed when they were 4. So
wow.
Yeah, I'm still working.
Wow.
It's okay.
Great mama. So good job.
Thanks.
All right, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you. And thanks for all the shares, everyone. Like I said, this is one of my favorite shows of the week. The miracles are amazing. Conversation's great. You guys really bring it. So I appreciate all of you. Tell your friends, have your friends come and bring their miracles as well. We love to hear them. And everybody learns from that. And it really vibrates out there like the energy patches. So, all right. We'll see you guys next time. Lots of love.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Night,
Merry
guys.
Christmas.
Good night.
Thank you, guys. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas.